It's a busy time of year for shoppers and merchants, and soon gift recipients will be deciding what fits and what doesn't. What are your rights? What are the rules? Many are shopping online these days. Some worry about exposing their credit card or personal data, and there are apparently billions of dollars worth of unspent gift cards out there. Heather Clary is here with some answers for us from the Better Business Bureau of Central and Eastern Kentucky. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it as always.
It's my pleasure.
As people are doing their holiday shopping, some things to keep in mind. Should they get receipts and hold on to those?
Oh, definitely. And many stores anymore will offer you a gift receipt automatically that spits right out of the machine once you make your purchase. Whether you're buying, a sweater for someone special and a loaf of bread while you're at it, you get that receipt. And that makes it handy for you to tuck it into the package so that if that person needs to return it for some reason, they have that available to them. And also keep in mind that stores can set their own refund and exchange policies. Watch the calendar on that, because it could be 30 days. After 30 days, it might only be store credit as opposed to a cash or just a straight exchange. And those are usually posted at the customer service desk or at the cashier's station or even on the receipt. So be sure to watch that clock if you receive something that's not quite right, or you're giving something to someone that may need to be returned, so that they don't miss out on the value of that.
Because they have the right to set their rules.
They do. And online can even create more challenges there as well.
Yeah, if you're shopping online, as so many do, and so many have the big box truck delivers those items to the front door. What are some things to keep in mind there?
If you're going to return something and you've ordered it offline, it was delivered, one thing you can do is find out if there's a bricks and mortar location you can return it to, as opposed to having to ship it back. Retailers like Amazon, for instance, they have retailers you can take it to and they will accept it there for you. So, but always look at the website. Usually it'll tell you what you can do, whether or not that retailer is going to cover the shipping, if you do have to return it for some reason. All of that should be found on the website. Look for that information closely in case you do have to have that happen. Also, remember, some items do have a restocking fee attached to them. That usually applies to things like video games, some electronics, where there's going to be a charge for that if it's been opened. So kind of make sure it's not a duplicate or something before you rip into it, so that you can have an easier time returning that.
Does purchasing with a credit card give you any extra layer of protection?
That is something that the Better Business Bureau does recommend. Now, people say, I don't want to run up that credit card. That's horrible. But you do have that dispute mechanism if something goes wrong. And with all the phony websites that are mixed in there with the legitimate ones out there, that can be extra helpful to you in case what you receive isn't what you thought you were going to get, or you get nothing at all. You can contact your credit card provider, and usually you can dispute that, as opposed to having just used a straight debit. If a website only accepts things like Zelle, Venmo, PayPal, there's no way to use a credit card at all, you may want to question that more closely. Because why is that? Because most retailers are going to accept that.
Heather, what about giving the information you have to give to make the purchase? And so they'll have your credit card numbers and your other information.
Right.
Should
make
you
sure
be careful about that?
Yeah, make sure the website is secure. Usually you can tell that up in the URL box where the www is. You'll often see a padlock up there to show it's a secure website. After the HTTP in the top, you might see an S. But again, you want to make sure you're dealing with a reputable establishment to begin with. If it's somebody you've never ordered from before, also use extra caution on social media. There are sites that pop up on Facebook Marketplace and other places like that, and then suddenly it's gone. A few days later, you didn't get your item, you can't contact them. So be sure you know who you're dealing with. Look under Contact Us. If all there is some 800 number and that's it, or maybe just some generic email, how are you going to get in touch with them if there's a problem down the road? And some instances people run into, these places are located overseas, and then nobody can help you if there's a problem there.
Gift cards, we all get them and give them, and sometimes we forget about them, right?
Yeah.
So there's one report that there's $23 billion worth of unspent cards out there. How do you be sure that you don't lose the value of those cards? First, don't lose track of them.
Right, that wouldn't surprise me. Sometimes you might tuck it away in a drawer or a jewelry chest and just forget it's there. Use it or lose it is what we always say about gift cards, especially with some establishments. Anymore, you can look at the news on any given day and some company's going out of business or has declared bankruptcy, and then you may very well lose the value of that card. So keep it top of mind. Whoever gave it to you wants you to enjoy it, to go out and shop for something you like, go out and enjoy a meal somewhere. So use it as quickly as you can. Also look at the back and see if there's anything like it loses some value if it sits unused for for a certain amount of time. It may lose a couple of dollars. However, those are not supposed to expire for some time. But, you know, if the business goes out of business, then there's really nothing you can do about that. So, you know, go ahead and use it and enjoy it.
But keep an eye on businesses that may be going out.
Well,
right?
yeah, I mean, you just never know anymore,
Yeah.
so you might as well use it, yeah.
What is the area that you receive the most inquiries about these days?
It's kind of hard to say, but I think a lot of it might be online, just instances online, people also checking out contractors that maybe left them high and dry. We do want to remind people that the Better Business Bureau can help guide them to companies they can trust. They can always check out a business at bbb.org, where our nonprofit business organization has files on thousands and thousands of businesses. Not every one of them out there, but you can certainly look it up, see what kind of letter grade rating it has, see if it's a BBB accredited business that meets our standards before you do business with someone, and that way you might feel a little more secure as opposed to blindly using a company you know nothing about, and boy, you wished you'd looked it up because you saw there was a whole line of unanswered complaints or other problems. You can, you know, do your diligence on the front end.
And what are the benefits for businesses? You know, you hear the BBB, you sort of think of the hammer sometimes, you know, they'll go after them. But it is a teamwork approach.
It is. We're a nonprofit organization.
Yeah.
We're not attorneys. However, the businesses across greater Kentucky and South Central Indiana that support our organization have met our standards. They have agreed to do business ethically because they want to keep the money in their communities and not lose them to the con artists that are out there. And there are many benefits for businesses who also take that extra step to become accredited. It's an invitation process, but if you qualify, we'd certainly love to have you on board with us. We have programs that help guide customers who want to spend money with reputable people to you, and that can be a benefit for your business as well. And as we're in the fourth quarter and you may be looking ahead to the new year, why not give us a shout and see if you might want to get on board with us at the BBB.
And if there is a dispute, how does the BBB attempt to resolve those?
Right. The Better Business Bureau acts as a neutral third party in our dispute mechanism. It is absolutely free. If you have a complaint against a BBB accredited business you weren't able to work out, they are required by their accreditation standards to respond to that, and we kind of act as an intermediary to try to help work that out. If you have a problem with a business, I mean, many businesses who do not belong also will respond to complaints and try to resolve them. If the company anymore, we're all joined by the internet. People are doing business across the globe and across the nation. If the company's in another area, we may refer you to that Better Business Bureau and get the process going for you there. And hopefully you can get things recovered that way.
All right, just a quick checklist now, what to watch out for here at the holidays as people are maybe spending, you know, and getting things done quicker than you would normally.
It's easy to get distracted.
Yeah.
So once again, double check what website you might be shopping on. Keep an eye on any deliveries you have coming. Porch pirates are big this time of year. There's steps you can take. See if you can have a signature required in order to get that gift, or leave it with a neighbor if you're not going to be home. Beware of any unsolicited texts you get that may look like it's from a retailer or somebody saying you've got a package that's coming. It could be a phishing scam. Anything that just sounds iffy, feel free to give us a call. Check it out at bbb.org, and if it is a scam, please report it to BBB Scam Tracker. That helps people learn about other scams that are hitting people across the nation so that you can be warned about it and avoid it.
Because sometimes the wave is coming, right?
It is, it is. So.
Heather, Clary, as always, thank you so much, and
My
Merry
pleasure.
Christmas to you.
The same
Appreciate
to
it.
you.
We'll see you in the new year. I guess you'll
I
do
hope so.
the event at the boat show this year, right?
Oh, the Home and Garden Show.
Oh,
Yes,
Home and
we
Garden
will
Show,
be
yeah.
there for our silent auction, and we'll be advertising
go.
that as well. Great bargains to be had, and help the BBB.
Sounds good.